This too shall pass. Do something with what you have in your hands. Focus on what you can control. Trust God. Just do it and keep growing.
Hello and good day. My name is Corey Akarakiri and I am your host today on Business Gist with Akori. And today we have with us an entrepreneur, someone who has been doing his craft for quite a while and who is sponsored by God. And we're sharing his story on unpacking the psychology of success habits, sharing the things that he does regularly that allows him to be a successful man. And you might never know, this could be life-changing for you. So we kindly help, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Akori.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, thanks to God. I'm fine. How are you doing too?
I'm good. Thank you very much. So first, we would like to know what sparked the birth of ADENS. How did it come around? When did it come around? How did you get to where you are?
Well, ADENS was birthed in 2020
Okay.
in particular. Well, of course, personally, I've always been a creative. I've always had a thing for creating things. I've done several kind of arts, creative arts, majorly
Like,
pencil sketching.
wow.
I've tried painting and several other fields when it comes to arts. I just love creating basically, and of course music also, and different aspects of music, vocals, instruments, musical instruments, and all that. So, and I just find art very interesting. So, Adams came about in 2020. Yeah, it followed the divine leading to start the brand. Of course, the clarity was not that much. It was not absolute clarity then. But then as I received it, I knew, okay, I had to start something. I wanted to start something. It was not so clear, but I seek counsel. You know, I could remember that year then I spoke with Pastor Miwa, Pastor Tosin, my fellowship brethren. They were close friends. So I discussed it with them. They encouraged me that no problem, this and that. So, and of course we prayed about it and I started ADENS. It was not clear what I was actually going to be doing, but then I knew it's something that will be big eventually. So I didn't niche down particularly.
So one thing.
I wasn't even a shoemaker yet when ADENS started.
Wow.
Nah. I've not learned shoemaking when ADENS started. I just started ADENS. Okay, I think the first thing I did then when ADENS started was I was making clothes. Like that was what I just did that time. So as ADENS started, and if I tell you that I didn't sell one of the clothes.
So you were making it for yourself or what?
It's okay. What I was doing there was I was making a Christocentric
brand kind of clothes. Yeah.
Brand kind of clothes. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't have enough clarity when I started, but I just look, okay, what do I have? What is in my hands? I went ahead with it because on leaving secondary school, I learned some handcrafts, graphic and design, branding, customization, and all that. So I know how to brand clothes. I used to brand clothes for carnivals and all that. And I used to get jobs then. So I just felt, okay, this is what is in my hand. Let me do something with it to start with the brand. So
Yeah.
I did a few things. I was moving, but I just knew something was off already. Like this is not really it.
The
This is
desire
not
for
really
more.
Absolutely. I knew, when you eat something, when you eat a gosha, as Pastor put it, you know that yes, this is it. I knew this wasn't it. So I prayed for more. Then the Corona break came, and yeah, I had the opportunity. I just personally, I've always had this curiosity that how are shoes made. Like when I just see a flat piece of leather and they convert it into a beautiful, nice shoe, I was like, how is this done? How is this done? So I can say curiosity is one of the things that fuel my creativity. One of the things, you know. So as I had the chance, I learned the trade. I told my dad, "Oh, I want to do this," and to my surprise, he supported me with everything. He paid for
Wow.
my apprenticeship and all that. And I used the opportunity of the Corona break to learn.
To maximize it.
So I maximized it to the fullest, to the fullest. Like I was so present. I went every day. I told my dad I wanted to learn for 3 months. And he's like, how is that possible? I said, no problem, I'll do it. I went for I went every day. Sometimes we had jobs on Sunday when it was getting close to
Christmas.
festive seasons, Easter
Okay.
and all that. So when I completed my 3 months, I knew yes, I had something. And my boss was like, guy, you can't go here too. You really have to be very I mean I've been very useful for him. He was so delighted. So I just had to stay 1 more month before he
Living.
finally lets me go. Then I started working from my dad's sitting
Living room.
room. So I had something to push ADENS with.
Wow.
So I came out fully, not beautifully with all the aesthetics, but I ensured I built an online presence. I was showing up consistently, consistently, and I was able to do that for years. Showing up consistently.
Like 5 years now.
So yeah, there are 5 years in the business of shoemaking, particularly. ADENS is also 5 years because so the same year I launched ADENS in March. I learned shoemaking. I started learning shoemaking in June later that year. Then through November before I started working on my
Wow.
own. Yeah. So it has been a story of growth. And one of the things I received while launching there was
Mm.
keep
Mm.
growing. And that has been
The
a
anchor.
major anchor for me. Keep growing. And one thing I must say is okay, when I went to learn the trade, I didn't get everything I needed. I wanted to know how to make shoes, but my boss didn't really teach me shoes and like that. So just mostly palm slides because I mean it
That
was
was
a
in demand.
local roadside shop. So that was the demand. So I knew I didn't really get what I want, but the foundation was
Solid.
very solid. So I was able to grow and build on it, going to take several master classes year in, year out after that till I'm where I am today. Of course, I'm not there yet, I'm still growing,
Still
but
moving.
yeah, I'm not where I used to be.
Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
So this has been a very amazing journey. So what are like the habits that you picked up when you were starting, when you were learning from your boss? When you had the vision and when you learned, what are the habits that helped you in scaling, in building those far?
Hmm. That's a very beautiful question. Well, first and foremost, I must say one of the habits that really helped me is showing up consistently. It really cannot be
Emphasized.
overemphasized. There was a time in my life for like 2 years I was in people's faces. I was in people's faces. And yeah, I saw the results. And I noticed that I can go. There are sometimes that we have hard times that as an entrepreneur, you just feel things just feel somehow that you just have to take a break. Even the times that I take breaks for 1 week, 2 weeks, I've taken a break from social media for a month, like active social media. I'll
Yeah.
be online, of course. I'll attend to people,
We're not
but
posting.
not posting. Even those times, I still get orders. Why?
Mm.
Because I've been consistent over the years
There's been a
enough
build
that
up.
I've already created an impression. Like when people think footwear, they think Ardens.
Yeah.
So it was able to help me get through those phases that I wasn't showing up consistently. So showing up is first thing, and second, and one of the most important of all is my faith.
Yeah. In
My
God.
faith was I they are not mutually exclusive. As much as I can say I'm hardworking, I'm skilled, I do things, I try to learn, grow, improve on my skills. There's a place of divine inspiration, there's a place of prayer, there's a place of divine enablement,
Mm.
and it's something that I've taken advantage of a lot, and I encourage everyone around me because it's something that is very tangible to me, something that I've seen results. I've literally had situations that I got stuck on a job and I did pray about it, you know, on in footwear, and I got a divine leading one way or the other, and I'm able to solve it, come out beautifully. I've had cases where I got divine inspiration to create designs from dreams and maybe just a wave of thoughts. These are things I've experienced, and so I can't separate my faith
From the
from
work.
the work. And one of the most important thing when I was starting ADENS, I think I fell off along the way in it, but now I've picked it up back. If you notice my hashtags these days, towards the last hashtag, you see I carry Christ. Like those were one of the basic things that I received when I started
Started out.
ADENS then. So this year, I was just reflecting, like the thing just keep hitting me that guy, this thing,
Go back to it.
go back to it. Yeah, there's a purpose to it. And yeah, I thank God that this has been blessing people one way or the other, And I've been passing the message directly or indirectly. People are seeing it. So the God factor, that's the second one. And the third is the desire for growth consistently. Of course, I do things at times and people be like, this is nice, this is cool,
It's different.
this is nice, the accolades and all that. But personally, I don't sit on it for too long. I don't dwell on it for too long. After I be like, okay, what is next? How can I become better? How can I become better? So there's that drive for consistent growth.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that has really helped me over the years. As I am like this, I already have a list of master classes I want to take towards next year. That okay, I want to be able to start doing these kind of things. Because one thing that I've been able to do over the years to surround myself with pictures of possibilities. I say, okay, I want to be an international standard craftsman. So what is a simple thing to do? Surround yourself with people that are doing what you're already doing.
Yeah.
I have links, I have connects, I have mentors in diaspora that their work inspire me. I'm able to connect with them, get advice from them, build relationships with them. So yes, the growth mindset is a very, very important thing. Having a growth mindset. Don't dwell too much on an achievement. Of course, and I must say I'm a multiple award winning craftsman. Of course, a multiple award winning craftsman. But yeah, that's just it. That's just it. That is not all there is. There can be more.
There can be more.
There can be more. So the goal still remains the same, to become a world class till I become world class. As I often say, a show at a time, a satisfied client at a time, a new pro level at a time till I become world class. And the mission still remain keep growing.
Yeah.
Keep growing.
All right. So for someone that's driven by excellence, apparently the tagline of keep growing makes a lot of sense. So that, okay, everything you do, there's always excellence infused in it. And for that, okay, you're not aiming at that point where you're, okay, I've gone to perfection and no more interested in growing. There's someone that is daily interested in excellence. So how has this drive for excellence, how has it really impacted the brand ADENS?
The drive for excellence has to a great extent impacted ADENS because um, God is a God of excellence.
Yeah.
And one beautiful thing I've realized is that no matter how good you think you are, there can be more.
Can be more, definitely.
There can always be more. So having that kind of mindset, you appreciate what you have now. You appreciate your growth, but then still understand that there can be more. And
Open
when
your
the
mind to
time
that
is right,
possibility of more.
exactly, be conscious of your environment. Know when to move. And there is one thing I used to tell myself that I can't have a prime. I just keep evolving. I have to keep evolving. I've done stuff that people look at this like are you sure this footwear is made in Nigeria? I've heard a lot of those. Some people say, are you sure this is not an AI picture? I've heard a lot of those. But for the fact that I've surrounded myself with even bigger things,
Yeah.
I've been able to see beyond those accolades and all that. And one thing that helped me also is I challenge my boundaries. I challenge my boundaries from time to time. And as I often say from the beginning of ADENS, I used to tell myself, if you want to be more, challenge your boundaries. If you want to become more than you are now, challenge your boundaries. And of course, I've had boundaries when it comes to shoes, when it comes to making actual bespoke shoes. I've had boundaries that I had to challenge. and I outgrew them, and I see that okay, there are still more, there are still more. But as you grow in what you are able to do now, you gather strength. You don't really jump process. But once you're able to do what you are currently doing, you're able to gather strength that by the time you get to that barrier, you're able to go out, go all out and get better.
So you've mentioned growth from the beginning till now. I think your story is more about someone who is really driven by the desire to grow, the desire to learn more,
Absolutely.
desire to be more than you were, more than the accolades that people have given you. So my question is, what habit or pattern have you constantly stuck to that influence this growth? What are the things that you constantly do, maybe per year, 2 years, 3 months, that you constantly get yourself into that has influenced this growth?
Mm. That's beautiful. As I earlier mentioned, challenging your boundaries.
Yeah.
So this is something I do for myself constantly. At the end of the year, sometimes, or at the beginning of the year, or before the year
Runs
begins,
out
the previous year, as I mentioned earlier, that I already have a plan for a masterclass I want to take next year.
next year.
So that has been one thing that has been helping me. The masterclass I took this year, I planned it since last year.
Mm.
I made moves towards it, spoke with the person, settled everything. And when the opportunity came and I had the money, I took it this year and I executed what I learned,
Brilliant.
and it improved me
The
greatly.
craft.
So I think that is a strategy, a working strategy for me, planning ahead. Of course, there are so many things I want to do. I can't do them now. And yes, I must say I'm not where I want to be yet, but I surround myself with those things. For example, now when it comes to actual bespoke shoemaking, I say ADENS Bespoke. Honestly, I'm not making anything really bespoke yet because I know what bespoke
Bespoke
is.
means.
I know what bespoke means. Many people don't know that, but I know what bespoke means. So I'm just saying that futuristically that ADENS Bespoke because I know that's where I'm going.
There's an end goal.
There's an end goal. So I surround myself with people that are doing it. Of course, there are not many bespoke shoemakers in Nigeria. They're very scarce, but we have them abroad, like
Abroad.
we have them in diaspora. So I just I just watch those. I watch their process videos, and that's one thing I used to encourage my students on. You can just be in the workshop while working. I'll just have my phone. I'll be watching the video. A proper bespoke process video. Of course, I'm not doing it yet. I can't do it yet. I've not attempted it yet. But the more I watch it, I found out that it registers in my subconscious.
It opens your mind to the possibilities.
Absolutely. And that's how I've gotten to this stage. It registers in my subconscious. So by the time I'm ready, by the time I start doing them, it makes the transition easier. It makes the growth easier for me. And that's how I've gotten to this place. Because before I started making proper shoes by myself, as I informed you like that, okay, my boss didn't really teach me shoes.
Yeah.
So I consumed a whole lot of shoemaking videos, process videos and all that. So by the time I transitioned, took the master class and all that, it helped me because there are some things that even the person that trained me won't teach me. But I remember that I've seen this thing in a particular video I watched,
Mm.
so I'll execute it and it will make my work better. So even those bespoke processes videos I've been watching, there are some things I learned from them that I'm able to use now. By the time I get to that level also, it will become better. I'll be able to
Yeah.
do them even better.
Better.
So yeah, that's it. I plan ahead.
So when things get hard, maybe you have a project you're working on and it doesn't look like have it figured out. Maybe there is something you material you want to get. So what are the habits that have stayed you keep going that more like have you figure it out kind of at those particular instances?
That's a very, very beautiful question and a very important one at that. Honestly, as an entrepreneur, as a craftsman, you cannot escape those things.
At all.
You cannot escape
It's
those
part of
things.
it's part of the journey.
So, I was able to, over the years, equip myself with some things that help me through these stages. One is prayer,
Yeah.
the God factor. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. There's such thing as having joy in chaos. Once you're able to sort that, some other things will just start falling in line. So another belief that helps me a lot, and I do tell people around me that I encourage them with, is that this too shall pass.
100.
So once I just remind myself that this too shall pass, forget. And once I've done that, I now take it a notch higher. I focus on what I can control at the moment. Okay, let's say for instance, I'm stuck on some jobs. I have two, three, four things to do. Instead of worrying so much about, I will not be able to complete these things, I focus my mind on, let me complete this one.
Yeah.
I'm not worrying about the rest. Let me complete this one. Once I finish this one, I'm moving to the next. So before I know it, I'm already 70% done. So instead of just beating myself up and worrying about not being able to finish those things, and at the end of the day, I won't be able to finish everything really,
Yes.
why not just focus on what I can control at the moment?
What is within reach?
What is within reach? What I know, okay, I'll be able to do this. That's one thing that's really worked for me over the years. Focus on what you can control. Trust God, pray, and also be diligent, because sometimes most of these things can be self-inflicted. It can be self-inflicted, and sometimes maybe due to unforeseen circumstances they come up. But then if you can try and put these things in place, focus on what you can control, trust God, pray about it, and ask God for help. God really gives strength. Honestly, there are times that I have jobs to do and there are really no else. Maybe my students are not available and I had a full day of work. I just pray that God just give me the strength to be able to work this night. A normal me will have just gone to bed because I'll have been really tired. Before I know it, after the prayers, the strength just come from, I just see that I'm just walking into the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm wide awake, I'm walking, the ginger is there.
Energetic.
Then I'll now be the one that say, I think I have to go and take a rest now because I have a full day of work the following day. So there's a God factor there. God gives strength. Like, it's something that I've experienced. It's tangible to me. Yes, that's it.
So in CCI, this is our legacy here. So I would, as a roundup, I'd like you to mention key success habits that you want to pass on to the next generation, that you want people that you're starting out to learn from, people that maybe I've started but they are stuck. The key success habits that you have implemented that you would like to pass on to them.
Okay, that's beautiful. So the first thing is just do it and keep growing.
Yeah.
That's one thing I tell people around me a lot. Anytime I have the chance to speak to my students, to my friends, just do it and keep growing. You know, for someone like me, one way that God has helped me to structure ADENS, it is not niche specific. I'm launching a new business.
Yeah.
It's going to be a subsidiary of ADENS. Of course, it's based on another name, but
Please tell us
it
about
is
it.
still. You said?
Tell us about it.
Oh, it's still a work in progress. But yeah,
Okay.
we've made a pretty good progress, and we're looking to launch next month.
Oh,
We're
wow.
looking to launch next month. So it's a diversification from shoemaking. So it's something relating to media. So in a nutshell, it's a 360 video booth company.
Yeah.
So of course we are starting small. As I tell my people, I also practice just do it and keep growing. What is
Yeah.
in your hands? What do you have in your hands? Do something with what you have in your hands. So with the little I've been able to gather, we're starting this new company alongside ADENS, and we trust God that it will grow,
Got to expand it.
it will expand. The grace for multiplicity has been promised, and God can be trusted. So we are growing. So first, just do it and keep growing. Second is seek counsel.
Mentorship.
Seek counsel, mentorship, paid or free. seek counsel. And I think one thing I've been able to do is, um as much as possible, I ask questions. I look for people above me in the crowd. I connect I connect on the same
Same
level,
level
and I
and below.
connect with people beneath me. And this has really helped me a lot, because as I communicate with people coming behind me, the fact that I'm able to encourage someone, I'm able to motivate someone, it gives me joy also, because fulfillment is not just in that, oh, I run a successful business. I also find fulfillment in that, oh, someone is growing because of an input I have in this person's life.
Yeah.
It's a very great thing of joy for me as a business owner and as a Christian, as a believer in particular. So mentorship, building connection, a community, being part of a community is something that I feel will really help you in growth. Then another thing I can say is showing up consistently, being persistent, being disciplined. These things are not mutually exclusive. Things will get hard. Down is absolutely down is normal. Things will get tough at some point, and just as much as possible, show up,
Yeah.
show up. And another thing that I would like to advise anyone that cares to listen to me is that understand times and seasons. Understand times and seasons. As I've been lecturing my students of recent, understanding times and seasons. You will be in some seasons in your business that things will be booming, really, like you're getting so much
So much
jobs,
orders.
everything is going smoothly. you know you have to be wise, just like the 7 years of plenty and the
For
7 years
Joseph.
of drought. You know that for every positive there's always a negative. That time is coming that you will go for like a month, 2 months, sometimes 3 months without a tangible sales. I've experienced it, I've been there. So I can tell you for a fact that these things happen. But if you have been wise enough to
Maximize
to
the
to
season of
maximize the
plenty.
season of plenty, it will really help you when it looks like things are hard. And also, what do you do when it seems things are hard? Don't stop showing up. You don't say, because I'm not getting, of course it will demotivate you kind of, but that's when you should press on more, because showing up is doing something. It's not just about getting others, but creating an impression, registering yourself in people's mind, putting yourself in people's faces. So yeah, I think that's what I would have to say for now.
So we've learned keep growing, keep moving, having strong faith in God and the fact that things will always come up. But it just depends on how you constantly and then also you can't be shy about your business. I think that's one of the things I picked from all you said. You have to constantly be in people's faces. Let's
Absolutely.
register yourself in people's mind and be very, very serious about excellence.
You are doing a great job with that, actually. I
Thank you.
enjoy your content. I mean, there has been great improvements on you. I mean, I just say, this is my guy, this is my guy. I click repost. I mean, it's a
Thank
very
you.
beautiful thing. And that's one of the things that I think I should add also. Being in a community of creatives, people
Yeah.
with like mind, like passion for creativity and growth.
Mm.
You know, I don't have many friends, but I have people around that look at you, look at Jonah Devisa, you look at
Almost
Ovos
KG.
KG, people that are growth minded. When John is telling me, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that, that's beautiful. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm encouraging them, they're encouraging me.
Yeah.
We are growing together. It's a very beautiful thing. And if someone is facing any challenge, we are able to encourage each other, because we can relate. We can relate with each other's challenges, at least to a great extent. So we're able to encourage each other. So yeah,
Talking
that's
about
my
John
own
F.
point.
Sayer, John just released a book,
Yeah,
Living by Design. It's a book, I think it's more for Christian creatives about how we can really live by God's design. One, God's design is not that we should struggle, we should also
mm,
through life. God's design has rest inside. God's design, it's more like God is is the chief creator, and
mhm,
we as his kids, as his children, we are meant to be creators. And
absolutely.
God is a God of orderliness, and we can't afford to just be disorderly. God
Mhm.
rested.
The God
I
of
mean, he did not
excellence.
have to rest. God didn't have to rest, but then God rested. That's more like a point out to the fact that, okay,
Teaching us something
teaching us
important.
that we can't just supposed to be working 24 hours, that you don't even have time for the God that gave you the job. So I think you should get the book, actually.
Absolutely. I have a copy.
I have a copy too. All right, you show the copy. And sometimes they say that you can't judge a book by its cover. This one, once you see the cover,
You fall
you will
in
be
love.
sold. Because from the cover you see the
The
excellence on the
story
cover,
starts from the cover.
everything.
The story starts
Beautiful
from the
cover,
cover.
beautiful quality in and out. You really enjoy it.
And I think that's one thing I like about John, the attention to details he puts
To
in
the
his
even the
things.
minute of
Remember the
details.
first book also, the cover
It was
was
different.
absolutely stunning. Like
It was different.
it was different. It was not conventional. I
So
mean,
it's
it
something
was
you will
really
just see
good,
on
something
the
unique,
bookshelf.
something relatable. From the cover design, you will know that okay, yes, you can relate with it.
Yeah.
That's a very beautiful thing. And yeah, it shows the excellence of God. And it's a beautiful thing to experience amongst ourselves as creative.
Yeah.
We're able to push ourselves and encourage ourselves also.
All right. Thank you very much for coming along this second time of recording this. But I'm glad this works out. And this will work
Absolutely.
out. This one, it was work out.
It has worked out.
That's worked out. Thank you very much, my brother.
It's a great privilege,
And
sir.
thanks for watching to this extent. We hope that you like, you share, and you subscribe and help us to grow, help us to reach more people with this message of hope to entrepreneurship, message of inspiration, message of growth and truth. Thank you very much and see you in the next episode.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
my
sir.
brother.
It's a privilege.